In 22 minutes, you're going to understand why some people control every room they walk into without shouting, arguing, or proving anything. The Stoics understood something most people never learn. The person who controls their emotions controls the interaction. Most people react. Most people get offended easily. Most people lose power because they cannot control themselves. But today, you'll learn how to deal with disrespect, manipulation, fake friends, toxic people, pressure, insults, and difficult situations using the mindset of Stoicism. And if you truly understand this philosophy, people will begin to feel your presence before you even speak. Subscribe to the channel and stay till the end, because the final lesson may completely change the way you handle people forever. The first Stoic principle is this: never let people know what controls you. The moment people discover what triggers your emotions, they gain access to your mind. If someone can easily make you angry, insecure, jealous, emotional, or desperate, then they can control your behavior without touching you. This is why Stoics practiced emotional discipline every single day. Not because they were cold. Not because they lacked feelings. But because they understood that emotional reactions make people predictable. And predictable people are easy to manipulate. Look at how society operates. People are controlled through fear. Fear of rejection. Fear of failure. Fear of being ignored. Fear of losing attention. Many people spend their entire lives trying to please others because they are terrified of disapproval. But the Stoic sees things differently. A Stoic understands that no human being has the power to disturb your peace unless you allow them to enter your mind emotionally. Someone insults you. Someone betrays you. Someone ignores you. Someone lies about you. The average person reacts instantly. They become angry, defensive, emotional, desperate to explain themselves. But the Stoic pauses. Because the Stoic understands that every emotional reaction reveals weakness. Silence, on the other hand, creates mystery. Composure creates power. Marcus Aurelius once reminded himself that people act out of ignorance, not wisdom. And once you understand this deeply, you stop taking everything personally. Most disrespect is not really about you. It is about the other person's lack of discipline, insecurity, pain, ego, or immaturity. When a dog barks at you on the street, you do not bark back. So why do people lose their peace every time someone negative speaks? A Stoic learns to observe people without becoming emotionally infected by them. This is one of the highest forms of self-control. Because when you stop reacting emotionally to everything, people lose their ability to manipulate you. And suddenly, your presence becomes powerful. The second principle is this: learn the power of silence. Most people talk too much. They explain too much. They defend themselves too much. They reveal too much. And because of this, they constantly lose respect without realizing it. Silence is one of the most dangerous weapons in human interaction. Not weak silence. Not fearful silence. Controlled silence. The kind of silence that shows you are emotionally grounded. When someone insults you and you remain calm, it unsettles them. When someone expects an argument but receives composure instead, it confuses them. When someone tries to provoke you and fails, they lose psychological control over you. This is why emotionally disciplined people appear intimidating without trying. They are not easy to read, not easy to trigger, not easy to manipulate. Modern society rewards noise. Everyone wants attention. Everyone wants validation. Everyone wants to be heard. But Stoicism teaches something deeper. A calm mind speaks less because it has nothing to prove. Think carefully about the strongest people you know. Most of them are not loud. Most of them are not desperate for approval. They move with certainty. They speak with intention. They do not waste energy reacting emotionally to every little thing. Silence forces people to reveal themselves. When you stop over-explaining, people begin talking more. When you stop chasing, people begin noticing your absence. When you stop reacting emotionally, people begin questioning themselves. Silence shifts power. And this is exactly why emotionally reactive people fear calm individuals. Because calmness cannot be controlled easily. The third principle is this. Do not argue with fools. One of the fastest ways to destroy your peace is trying to convince people who are committed to misunderstanding you. The Stoics understood human nature deeply. They knew that many people do not seek truth. They seek validation. Some people argue because they want attention. Some argue because they are insecure. Some argue because chaos makes them feel powerful. And if you waste your energy trying to win every argument, you will spend your life emotionally exhausted. A Stoic asks a different question. Instead of asking, how do I prove myself? They ask, is this even worth my peace? This single mindset changes everything. Not every battle deserves your energy. Not every opinion deserves your response. Not every insult deserves your attention. The older and wiser you become, the more selective you become with your energy. You realize that protecting your peace is more important than winning meaningless arguments. Many people destroy relationships because they always need to be right. But wisdom is knowing when silence is more valuable than explanation. Imagine arguing with someone determined to hate you. No matter what you say, they twist your words. No matter how calm you remain, they seek conflict. Why continue? Stoicism teaches detachment. Not emotional numbness. Detachment. The ability to separate your inner peace from external chaos. And once you master this, people lose the ability to drain your energy. The fourth principle is this. Master your emotions before they master you. Most people are slaves to emotion. Their mood controls their decisions. Their anger controls their speech. Their fear controls their opportunities. Their desires control their future. And because of this, they live impulsively instead of intentionally. The Stoics believe that the greatest battle a human being will ever fight is the battle within themselves. Not against enemies. Not against society. Against their own mind. Because an undisciplined mind creates a weak life. If you cannot control your temper, people will use it against you. If you cannot control your desires, distractions will consume you. If you cannot control your fear, opportunities will terrify you. Self-mastery is the foundation of power. This is why Stoics train themselves daily. They practiced patience, discipline, restraint, awareness. Not because it was easy, because it was necessary. The average person reacts immediately to emotion. But the Stoic creates space between emotion and action. That space changes everything. When anger rises, pause. When fear rises, observe it. When frustration rises, breathe before speaking. A single emotional reaction can destroy years of progress. One angry message. One impulsive decision. One uncontrolled moment. This is why emotional discipline is priceless. A calm person sees clearly. An emotional person sees temporarily. The fifth principle is this. Stop seeking validation from people. This alone can free your mind completely. Most people are prisoners of public opinion. They change their behavior to fit in. They hide their true thoughts. They fear criticism more than failure. And because of this, they never become who they truly are. Stoicism teaches independence of mind. The ability to live according to principles instead of applause. If your happiness depends on people approving you, then your happiness will always be unstable. Because people are inconsistent. Today they praise you. Tomorrow they criticize you. Today they support you. Tomorrow they ignore you. If your identity depends on external approval, your confidence will constantly collapse. The Stoic understands this deeply. That is why they focus on character instead of reputation. Reputation is controlled by others. Character is controlled by you. And once you stop needing everyone to like you, your confidence changes completely. You stop chasing attention. You stop over-explaining yourself. You stop shrinking to make others comfortable. You become emotionally free. The sixth principle is this. Observe people carefully before trusting them. One of the biggest mistakes people make is assuming everyone thinks like they do. Good-hearted people often expect honesty from dishonest people. Loyal people expect loyalty from selfish people. But Stoicism teaches realism. Not paranoia. Realism. Watch actions more than words. People reveal themselves over time. The person who constantly gossips about others will eventually gossip about you. The person who lies easily will eventually lie to you. The person who betrays others will eventually betray you. Patterns matter. A Stoic studies human behavior carefully. They do not become emotionally attached too quickly. They do not reveal everything immediately. They allow time to expose character. This saves them from many unnecessary disappointments. Most betrayal happens because people ignore obvious warning signs. They see disrespect but ignore it. They see manipulation but excuse it. They see dishonesty but hope it changes. Wisdom means seeing reality clearly instead of emotionally. And sometimes the most intelligent thing you can do is quietly distance yourself from certain people. Not every person deserves access to your energy. The seventh principle is this. Accept that you cannot control people. This realization brings enormous peace. You cannot control how people think. You cannot control what people say about you. You cannot control whether someone appreciates your value. Trying to control others creates frustration. Stoicism teaches you to focus only on what belongs to you. Your actions. Your mindset. Your discipline. Your response. That is where your power exists. Many people suffer because they constantly try to force outcomes. They want everyone to understand them. They want everyone to respect them. They want everyone to behave correctly. But reality does not work that way. People will disappoint you. People will misunderstand you. People will betray expectations. The Stoic accepts this without becoming bitter. Because expectations often create suffering. Once you stop trying to control people, you become lighter emotionally. You stop forcing connections. You stop begging for loyalty. You stop exhausting yourself trying to change others. And ironically, this detachment often makes people respect you more. The eighth principle is this. Protect your mind from negativity. Your mind is shaped by what you constantly consume. The people around you matter. The conversations you entertain matter. The content you consume matters. Negativity spreads quickly. Spend enough time around angry people, and you become angry. Spend enough time around complainers, and you become negative. Spend enough time around weak thinking, and your standards begin to fall. Stoics guarded their minds carefully because they understood that inner peace is fragile. Not everything deserves your attention. Not every argument deserves your energy. Not every opinion deserves space in your mind. Protect your mental environment. Choose discipline over distraction. Choose wisdom over gossip. Choose growth over chaos. Because your inner world eventually becomes your outer reality. The ninth principle is this. Hard times reveal true character. Anyone can appear kind during easy moments. Anyone can appear confident when life is comfortable. But pressure reveals the truth. Adversity exposes discipline. Pain exposes emotional strength. Difficulty exposes maturity. This is why Stoics did not fear hardship. They viewed hardship as training. Every difficult moment was an opportunity to strengthen the mind. Modern society teaches people to avoid discomfort. Stoicism teaches you to grow through it. A weak mind asks, why is this happening to me? A strong mind asks, what is this teaching me? That difference changes everything. Every challenge can either destroy you or develop you depending on your mindset. The Stoics believe that suffering becomes unbearable only when it lacks meaning. But when pain becomes training, you become stronger instead of bitter. And over time, people begin noticing something different about you. You stop panicking easily. You stop breaking under pressure. You stop reacting emotionally to temporary problems. You become resilient. And resilience commands respect naturally. The 10th principle is this. Become comfortable being alone. This may be one of the most powerful lessons of all. Many people stay in toxic relationships because they fear loneliness. Many people tolerate disrespect because they fear isolation. Many people abandon their standards because they cannot stand being alone. But the Stoics train themselves to enjoy solitude. Because a person who is comfortable alone becomes very difficult to manipulate. Loneliness and solitude are not the same thing. Loneliness is emptiness. Solitude is strength. Solitude allows you to think clearly. To understand yourself. To detach from noise. To regain emotional balance. People who constantly need attention often lose themselves completely. But people who learn to enjoy their own company develop inner stability. And inner stability changes how you deal with people. You stop tolerating disrespect out of desperation. You stop chasing people who do not value you. You stop begging for connection. Because your peace no longer depends on external validation. That is real power. The final Stoic lesson is this. Your energy is precious. Where you place your attention determines the quality of your life. If you waste your energy on drama, gossip, negativity, and emotional chaos, your mind becomes heavy. But if you protect your peace, discipline your emotions, and focus on growth, your life changes completely. Most people lose themselves trying to control others. The Stoic controls themselves instead. And that is why Stoicism remains powerful even thousands of years later. Because human nature has not changed. People still struggle with anger, fear, ego, validation, distraction, emotional weakness. But the principles of self-control, discipline, wisdom, and emotional mastery remain timeless. So the next time someone tries to provoke you, remember this. Your reaction is your responsibility. The next time someone disrespects you, remember this. Not every battle deserves your energy. The next time life becomes difficult, remember this. Hardship is training for the mind. And the next time you feel pressured to prove yourself to people, remember this. A lion never wastes energy convincing sheep that it is powerful. If this video helped you see people differently, subscribe to the channel, like the video, and comment Stoic Mind below. And remember, the strongest person in the room is usually the calmest one.